my audience. Show Tati, Carla. My speech, I chose to make a tribute to my twin sister, Carla. I chose Carla simply because I feel as though she was the best person for me to write about in this speech. It has taught me a lot of different ways to value the life that I was given and all the memories and the meaning that it has to it. To be more confident in myself and to not let my insecurities overcome me and overshadow the person that I'm supposed to be. And to also open up my heart to more people and be more forgiving. So for value life, I suffered a lot with depression in middle school. I was clinically diagnosed with depression in middle school. So there have been times where I attempted to, commit suicide. So Carla was able to talk me out of it. Carla was able to help me out of my depression. And she has done is she listened to me. And she said that Dr. Christy D. Hofstas has said that listening and providing emotional support really does make a difference to people dealing with depression. And it just meant a lot to me that Carla would actually sit and listen to the struggles that I was going through and all the bad things that I had to say. She wouldn't judge me for it. So I really value her for that. And so she also taught me to be confident. Woo! Okay. She also taught me to be confident. So a lot of teenage girls deal with, when they look in the mirror, they don't like what they see. They deal badly with how their body looks like, if they have too much acne, and different sorts of things. So Carla was able to help me become more confident in myself. She would sit me down and talk to me, and I'll tell her, yo, I look fat right now. She'd be like, no, you don't. You look beautiful. So she would just combat all of the negative things that I would say about myself, and she'd bring it back with something positive. If I talked about my weight, she'd be like, oh, but you got a beautiful smile. You look good. So she will help with that. And Dr. Seuss has said, be who you are and say what you want and say what you feel. Because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So basically what I took from that is the people who matter the most to you won't really see all the bad things that you see about yourself. They're just gonna see all the good things. And so that's just something that I can take with me, because Carla taught me that I have to love myself more and just value who I am as a person, and that I'm not just a different, I'm just not just any random number. And Carla also told me to be forgiving. So growing up, I feel like everybody knows that if you live in a city like mine, in Reading, where it's just poverty filled, you grow up with a bad childhood. So because of that shaped me into be a really angry person. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm rude. I can admit that. And but I also pride myself in being a really loyal person, and Carla has told me that I'm a very true and loyal friend. So because of that, I'm really bad with if somebody does me wrong, I'm so quick to cut them off. I tell them, get out of my life, I don't want you anymore. If they try texting me, I ignore them. I'm not a forgiving person at all. So different people grow up differently in those situations. I grew up hateful, but Carla, she grew up really nice and sweet, and she's really forgiving. So she's trying to teach me to be a better version of me, and to be able to not necessarily take all that hate into my heart, because it just makes me feel worse, and it's not going to solve any problems in the end. And Dr. Stephanie A. Sarkis has said, remember, you don't forgive someone for his or her sake. You forgive them for your sake. So all of that hate, I have to get rid of it, so then I could feel better and I could feel more whole as a person. Because for being able to forgive someone is just going to help you. It's not going to help the other person. And that's something that Carla has always told me, that if I want to feel free without any stress and without anything holding me down, I have to remember I have to get rid of the problems that I brought upon myself. I just can't continuously hold on to it, because then that's just going to make me a bitter person, and I don't want to be a bitter person. So I feel as though if you went through anything bad in your life, or if you went through like depression like me, like a person like Carla is a person that you have to have in your life because they can support you through whatever. And honestly, if you have siblings, like I honestly suggest, like if you're not close to them, try to get closer to them, like try to talk to them. Siblings will understand you way more than any other person who you have in your life, because they've been through the same things that you have, because they have the same life. So I like to thank Carla for everything.